How's it going? Weekly overview of the weekly paying dividend portfolio. Now, here's the daily. It's just finished Juneteenth. I think it was like a federal holiday just yesterday. So that's why it's looking like that. The week, the month, past 3 months. Okay. As you can see, the equity of the accounts themselves, we still got YMAX in the 30K, which is great. Alti is up to the 15K, which is great. RDTE still in the 10K, good. And LFGY still in the 10K, amazing. So we're still within our ranges that we set in the previous video. 30, 15, 10, 10. Potentially it will be 30, 20, 10, 10, or maybe like 30, 15, 15, 15. But bare minimum, we want to at least keep these 30, 15, 10, 10. And again, when it drops below those, we will immediately take the dividends and restock whatever needs. It looks like RDTE will be able to maintain it, but the one that I'm kind of fearful of the most is LFGY. Ulti, it's kind of been stabilizing, and YMAX has been doing what YMAX does, pretty consistent throughout. That's why it's an anchor, relatively speaking. Now, if you look to your left, you can see the annual income. The monthly it says 3K, but since we didn't have the full account set up from the start of the month, it's technically down. Like you see, what's the actual estimated payment is about 2.97K. So give or take around there. These are the paid thus far, starting from the start of June. And these are the ones that are coming out. Again, because it's a federal holiday, I guess some of them had an ex-dividend date that is today, even though normally this would be the payment day. I mean, it is the payment day for RDTE, if I remember correctly here. Yeah, payment date is today, June 20. But a lot of the YMAX stuff, their ex-dividend date is today. So what I should be expecting is a drop as soon as market opens right here. And then potential recovery by Monday whenever we get paid. It's not delaying anything in terms of what we're paying off. If anything, should be fine. And these are the declared dividends already. RDTE went up from last week. We got YMAX slightly down. I think it was 18 cents. Now it's 14 cents. No biggie. Kind of a biggie since it's a big part of my portfolio. Alti maintained that 9-ish to 8-ish cents. As long as it maintains its equity, we're golden. LFGY, I think it's another down day. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check there. Might be a down day. LFGY, I'm not too sure. I think it's within the same ranges. We get to, yeah, there we go. Ulti change down 7%. And YMAX down 21%. So yes, a significant drop. But RDT has recovered 24 cents. I think it was like, what was it previously? 14, 13 cents. Wow. Okay. But yes, that's what the portfolio is going to be. How's the portfolio has been doing in terms of recovery? It's been fine. And overall, we're just going to, again, keep this money and put it towards paying off the loan, the small loan, as soon as possible. In terms of the progress that we've made from the initial investment that I put into this portfolio back in December, that specific payout is pretty dang close. Here, I'll pull it up real quick. Dividend payouts. Now we've gotten a total of $7,000 since. I've just put in the spreadsheet the recent payments that we're going to get this week on Friday and Monday. And you can see that it is $7,378 since December. Great, amazing. Percentage paid off, 61%. We're climbing fast. We're climbing far. Again, most if not all that money. The goal was the first dividend payment at the start of the month will be used as maintenance to maintain the equity of these here on your right, YMAX, LT, RDT, LFGY, respectively, in corresponding order: 30K, 15K, 10K, 10K. And then the next 3 dividend payments after those, because typically it's about 4 dividend payments a month, the other 3 will be used to strictly pay off the loans. That's the game plan. I hope it works. Worst comes to worst, maybe there's a month where all the dividend payments got to go to maintaining the equity. And if so, then be it, because the arbitrage difference is still absolutely absurd, still grand. I think it's double or nearly quadruple, because it's about 700-ish, give or take, to pay off the minimums of those loans. But this account is making, as you saw over here on your, or even if you look to your left, nearly $3,000. So yeah, one dividend payment out of the month pays off all the minimums. And then after that, we're just paying off the principal straight up for 3 weeks. We want to pay this off as fast as possible, mainly to just to actually own the thing. You have to take into account as well that a majority of this account is still my own principal. A tiny bit is only loans. So please take that into consideration. And I am using margin, about 50%. And I will try to maintain that 50-ish% margin usage, even if this goes down. Let's say, if you look at, let me get rid of the dividend here. If this drops to 44, let's say it drops to 42,000, right? Well, I'm using about $22,000 of margin, darn near. 42,000, half of that is 21,000. So I would immediately use the dividend from that same week to pay off the margin, drop down to 21K or as close as I can. So that way I'm still maintaining close to 40 to 50% margin usage. We're not gonna, maintain this margin usage right here. It is not fixed. And in the same fashion, it is not fixed both ways. If this account somehow increases in equity rather than decreases, which is what I'm expecting in the short term, if this somehow increases and goes to, let's say, 48,000 investing, then this margin that's 22,000 will go up to 23, if not potentially 24, if it maintains that 48 to 49,000. Again, I will be taking into consideration different factors, such as, is it after ex-dividend date? Is it before ex-dividend date? Because there's a significant drop that happens every ex-dividend date, as you can see here. You can actually see when the ex-dividend date occurs. It's quite visible, and every single time you can see it, but it recovers. And it's been recovering pretty good. Year to date, slightly down. That's with the correction all the way down here. Absolutely amazing. Looking forward, again, it's only been about a month-ish since the full ramp of this portfolio, and it has not even been a full month of full utilization of the portfolio. So I'm really looking forward to statistics on that over the next couple months, and hopefully I can update you guys week by week for the journey and how much will get paid, because I'm really excited whenever this dividend payout, this initial investment is finally returned back to me. That would be great. Once that first 12K is finally paid off. It's actually my own money, but you know what I mean. It's awesome. That means the actual portfolio worked. No ifs, ands, or buts. It worked. So yeah, I'll update you guys next week. So please stay tuned for then, and thank you again for your support. Bye-bye.